Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Theoretical Doctor Audio Blogs. In this video, I will be talking about my main support system in my second posting, Obstetrics and Gynaecology. The link to the article of this audio blog is available in the description below if you would prefer to read on it instead. Otherwise, let's begin. I entered my second posting rather hopeful. Surprisingly, it was a posting that I was looking forward to, albeit having had a bad experience back in university, mainly because a dear good friend of mine is in the same posting as well. Out of all my dear friends in the orthopedics posting, I was the only one who took a different road, not by chance, but I was thrown into this particular posting, which did not seem like a disadvantage actually, having pondered. As with all the postings, the initial weeks upon entering a new posting marks the tagging week. I was allocated the morning shifts back to back, and most of my time were spent at the back of the labor ward, mainly because it was all hands-on experience, which I prefer over having to clerk the patients at the front of the labor ward, which is the PAC, and next having to present to a fellow medical officer. I met this dear friend of mine, who turns out to be a good friend till today, having already left my posting. On my third day working in the labor ward, I was asked to prepare pitocin for augmentation for a patient by a fellow colleague. Having no experience in preparing, I started to panic and reached out to my colleagues for guidance and help. However, I was left to my own devices. Thus, I turned to a nurse in charge of that patient for guidance. Instead, I was scolded and humiliated in front of the patient for not knowing how to prepare. I explained that I am yet to prepare it before and I needed some guidance in preparing, but I was keen to learn. Perhaps she was having a bad morning and I have disturbed her pace of work or added burden, as I was instead humiliated and guided subpar. That was then my dear friend stepped in, Dr. Nur Aziza binti Anis. She had entered this posting a few days prior to my batch, and she stepped in to guide me and show me how to prepare the medications as well as the things I needed to explain to the patient. Throughout the whole day, she never left my side and guided me in everything. I felt more determined and encouraged to go about my work after that. I do not know when, but somehow we always reached out to each other and have been extremely close as we progressed in this posting. Perhaps it was through our shared struggles and common interest in food, sightseeing, and shopping. It wasn't long before our friendship moved out of work and we began meeting outside. Well, mainly her bringing me out after work for dinner or to certain places on our off days. However, as we progressed throughout the posting, our allocations changed as well. We rarely worked together and our off days differed. Nevertheless, we still made it a point to meet during our post night or off days. I was blessed enough to be introduced to her family members, and she often brought me over to her humble home. It made me feel as if I have found a family far from home in this lovely place. Her family never failed to spoil me with delicious local delicacies and always made me feel welcome and a part of their family. Sadly, we part ways at the end of our posting. However, our friendship did not just end there but continued. Albeit having different working hours and days, I loved how we made it a point to check in on each other every now and then and still plan outings together, or even just going out for a simple meal together and just venting out our feelings and sharing our day, and at the end of the day, encouraging one another to carry on difficult days where nothing seems to really make sense. I am forever thankful to how our paths crossed in ONG, and I wish you, my dearest sister, all the very best in your future endeavors. I know for a fact that our friendships shall sustain despite being in different departments now. Thank you for listening to this audio blog. Do stay tuned for more, which will be available every Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Remember to click on the subscribe button as well as the bell button so you won't miss out on any upcoming audio blogs.